Hello everyone, my name is May Florence Watson and today let's delve into the case of Ariel non Rex Magana et al. Versus Honorable Sancho Dames II. Before we delve deeper, let's talk about the brief background of the case. The petitioners were students at Mabini College in the et.al. Camarines Norte. In the preceding semester, they led or participated in student mass actions against the school. However, the specific subject of this protest is not clear from the pleadings. The case involves students of Mabini colleges, the petitioners, who are not allowed to re-enroll for the academic year 1988 to 1989. The reason for their non-renewal was their involvement of the student mass actions against the school during the preceding semester. However, the specific subjects of the protest is not explicitly stated in the case. Facts: the petitioners were Ariel Non, Rex Magana, Alvin Agura, Normandi Osiano, George Dayaon, Lourdes Banares, Bartolome Ibasco, Emmanuel Barba, Sonny Moreno, Giovanni Palma, Joselito Villalon, Luis Santos, and Daniel Torres. The respondents, on the other hand, was Honorable Sancho Dames II, which is the presiding judge of the 5th Regional Trial Court in the et.al. Camarines Norte, and Mabini Colleges, represented by its President Romulo Adeva and the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Justo Lukpan. The central legal issue in the case of Ariel Non, Rex Magana et al. Versus Honorable Sancho Dames II revolves around the termination of the college students' contract with the school. Specifically, the question is whether a college student, once admitted by the school, is considered enrolled only for one semester and may be refused readmission after that semester is over. The case arose when petitioners, who were students at Mabini colleges in the et.al. Camarines Norte, were not allowed to re-enroll for the academic year 1888 to 1889 due to their involvement in student mass actions against the school in the preceding semester. The court had to determine the validity of the school's decision and address issues related to due process and student rights. The ruling, the Supreme Court reversed the doctrine from a previous case, which is the Alcoas et al. Versus Philippine School of Business Administration et al. The key issues was whether a student, once admitted by the school, is considered enrolled only for one semester and may be refused readmission after the semester is over. The court declared that students should not be denied re-enrollment based solely on their participation in a mass actions. However, due process claims were not upheld because the students failed to specifically deny the school's affirmative defenses regarding their chances to air grievance and their disruptive actions during the resumption of classes. Reason for the ruling: termination of contract theory. The court first addressed the doctrine laid down in Alcoas et al. Versus Philippine School of Business Administration et al. In Alcoas, it was held that a student's contract with the school is deemed determined at the end of each semester. This meant that once a student completed the semester, the school could refuse readmission for the next semester. Second is the abandonment of the termination of contract theory. The court in the Ariel non case reversed this doctrine. It declared that students should not be denied re-enrollment based solely on their participation in mass actions. The court recognized that the students has the right to express their grievance and participated in peaceful protest without facing punitive consequences related to their enrollment status. Lastly, the due process considerations. Despite ruling in favor of the students, the court did not uphold their due process claims. The students failed to specifically deny the school affirmative defenses regarding to the chances to air grievance and their disruptive actions during the resumption of classes. Thus, while the court protected the right to re-enroll, it did not find procedural violations in the school decision-making process. Applications to education and/or the teaching profession. The students' rights and due process. The ruling in Ariel emphasized the importance of due process for students. Schools cannot arbitrarily deny re-enrollment without proper procedures and considerations of individual circumstances. This decision protects students' rights and ensures that they are treated fairly. School autonomy versus student welfare. While schools have the authority to admit or readmit students, they must balance this with students' welfare. Schools cannot use termination of contract as blanket of policy without considering the context. The ruling encourages schools to find compassionate solutions rather than rigidly enforcing termination. Student activism and freedom of expression. The case highlights the role of students' activism in shaping educational policies. Students have the right to express their grievance and participate in peaceful protests. Schools should recognize this right and engage constructively with students' concerns. Teaching profession. Educators must be aware of students' rights and due process. They play a crucial role in fostering an environment where students can express themselves without fear of reprisal. Teachers should advocate for their fair treatment and uphold ethical standards. In summary, the Ariel ruling underscores the need for a balanced approach between schools' autonomy and student welfare. It promotes due process, protects student rights, and encourages constructive dialogue within educational institutions. Here are some references of my assigned case.